Welcome to Enots Engineering. I'm Alan. In today's video I'm looking at my CNC machine, seeing if it still works. I've not used it for well before COVID. I made this when I retired as a project, and it took me about 2 years to make the machine, and then I had to learn how to do programming. With the passage of time and COVID, I forgot all what I've learnt, so I'm starting from scratch again. And the first thing to see is whether the computer and the machine actually still works after it's been standing in the workshop for years. So let's go into the workshop, see how we do it. I haven't used this machine for over 5 years, although normally you see it in every video when I put the parts that I've made on a blue background. Now that blue background is on my CNC machine table. The first thing I'll do is take the cover off the screen. So under the table here is the computer that runs the CNC machine. The table's made up of old kitchen units, which I find very useful in the workshop. Down here we have the keyboard in this drawer. Mouse. And underneath, computer that runs the CNC machine and the control box, and let's switch these up. And this is what I use to control the machine, just the gaming control. Well, that's booting up. First thing that surprised me, it's actually working. Normally when you haven't used something for 5 or 6 years, the battery in the computer goes flat. A small battery that remembers the date and the time, that goes flat, and then the computer won't work. So that looks as if it's doing something. Let's just press F8. This computer only works the CNC machine and does nothing else. And the reason for that is when you're cutting or making something on the machine, the last thing you want is interruptions to the computer saying you have a text or an email or there's an update. So this is dedicated to the CNC machine. Windows XP runs fine on that. I don't need to update to the latest because that'll just cause me more problems with having to update the program as well for the CNC. Let's see if it'll come up. Okay, looks a bit old-fashioned now, but that was the screen at the time. The mouse is working, I'm surprised. All these are battery powered, and 5 years with doing nothing and they still work, especially being in the workshop when it goes freezing cold in the winter. Just reset the emergency stop. Okay, there we are, ready to go. So if I can remember from the screen, this is the first time I've seen it for ages, you've got your X, Y, Z positions, and I think this is your rotary position. When I had my rotary head plugged in, which I use on the milling machine, then here the position where it's going. It'll display any program you're running. Let's try my controller to see whether that'll move. Yeah, you can see there the digits are changing. So let's zero these. You can see the digits moving forward and backwards, up and down. That's forward and backwards, the other one was left and right. And this is the up and down. Now on this one, now the white knobs on the end of the stepper motors are there so I can turn the stepper motor by hand when the power's off. That's working okay. Bring it towards me. Away. Well, that works okay. Now it's taken me a couple of hours to figure out how to work this thing. It must be probably 8 years since I've used it, and I've virtually forgot everything. So I've just figured out how to get it working. So if I run a program that I already made, you can hear the spindle starting. This program is an engraving program, and would have an engraving cutter in the spindle, and it would be cutting probably plastic, sign for somebody's house. On the end of the spindle is an ER collet holder. On the left hand side of the screen at the top is the program that's running. In the middle is the position of the tool. And on this screen it shows you the tool path. Well, that's my CNC machine, and once I figure out how to reprogram it, I'll do a few pieces on there. Thanks for watching, hope that was useful, and we'll see you next time on Enots Engineering.